Scott, here we go, buddy. We're just about there. We're going to check it out. We'll see how this goes. 10, 9. Those are ugly graphics.
Reminds me of the drive-in.
Oh, man, that's old school.
Yeah, there's a throwback. Deep cut.
Start off with indie. We got to get in there, right? Holy crap, dust off the Nintendo Twitch systems, says Brad. ITG is live, baby. That's right. I knew you missed this. What's going on, man? Feels like I live. Yeah, man, it's been ages. That's for sure.
Seeing the studios through the glass like that will always remind me of Splinter Cell Extras menu.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? Sam getting interviewed?
Oh, man.
We're not going to see anything about Splinter Cell today. But
no, it's all Xbox. And then there's the Elder Scrolls update thing afterwards. We'll not be sticking around for that. We will be having to leave.
Elder Scrolls precisely? Or is
it's the Elder...
I've seen Bethesda showcase, but I wasn't sure if...
No, it's the online
that all included.
Stuff coming up. So, yeah.
Oh, man, all the mocap.
Oh,
and everything
so
they're
much
showing
of
off
it.
is just...
There's this empty spot. Scott, there's an empty spot right underneath the 24.
Yeah.
We're going to Avowed first.
Who's that going to be? Now, everybody is sort of expecting
Final Fantasy 16 on Xbox, says Brad. Good luck. Get out of here.
I'll be happy for that.
Welcome to Obsidian.
You know, Sony fans will be really mad for no reason at all. We've discovered that with the idea of exclusives moving.
Avowed is an adventure into the heart of the living lands.
I, for one, believe that when we all get to play, everybody wins.
You must put a stop to a mysterious spiritual plague and discover a secret at the heart of the living lands.
I think I got closed caption. I do.
At Obsidian, we love creating worlds with deep themes, dynamic gameplay, and thoughtful reactivity. And Avowed is no different.
Of course, they show Fallout New Vegas.
Believable and fantastical.
My favorite
to give
Obsidian
players
game.
A world and experience like
a lot
no
of people.
Other. It's colorful, it's vibrant, it's strange. It's one of the most incredible settings in the world of Aora. There's going to be a lot of great secrets to discover, one of which has a really personal connection to you as the player character, and you're going to have a great time getting to know those secrets and leaving your mark on the world. And when it comes to encounters, our combat brings the best of the moment-to-moment fun that comes with action-oriented gameplay and the depth and breadth of choice that you get with an RPG.
Is that 2 wands? That's 2 wands, dude. You see that?
Here to talk more about Avowed's combat
yeah.
is Gabriel Paramo,
Double fist and wands.
Director.
Here at Obsidian,
something I wish I could do in Harry Potter.
Our overarching goal is to empower you with choice. So we developed a flexible combat system that allows you to quickly swap.
Is it all announced games, or will there be a surprise? They said there's no surprises, just the 4 that they've already talked about. Avowed, Indiana Jones, Aura, History Untold, and Hellblade 2.
Combine a variety of weapons, attacks, and abilities for tactical advantages against a wide
the big
range
question
of
for me is how much Hellblade are they going to
sandwich
into this?
I don't need to see any more Hellblade. I've seen so much already. I'm like, just put the game out.
Blocks,
I feel like it could just be a slow-mo of Senua's face.
And special attacks.
And it just pans around 360 degrees. That's all you need to show.
If you
she just shows you a teardrop, and then that would be it.
Quick and snappy when dealing damage to enemies at mid-range. Using the Tangle
is this co-op?
You can stop enemies in their tracks, giving you the opportunity to
I didn't think it was multi. It certainly looks that way. Maybe that could have just been a guard, I guess.
Pay attention to the types of enemies you're dealing with.
Could have been just an AI
companion. Some are extremely defensive. Some are brutishly difficult. And
because it's so RPG, it's hard to
balance
two players.
Capabilities will put you in a tough spot. To help with the different encounters you will face,
then again,
we provide customizable loadouts that can be quickly switched during combat. That means you can play however you want. Equip a sword and shield and charge into battle. Dual-wield pistols and control the encounter mid-range. Or even dual-wield wands to feel like a gunslinging mage. You could use your enchanted wand to freeze enemies and then use your offhand weapon's power attack to shatter them.
Oh, nice.
We've worked hard to keep you constantly engaged as battles unfold. by creating a balance between
See,
pressure
I kind of
and
like the idea of
manageability
double
during
wand,
combat.
but it makes me think
Players
of
will
Elder
have ample
Scrolls.
choices for how to
It's
build
very
and
Skyrim to
progress
have a spell
their
in each
envoy
hand.
in the world of the Living Lands as they get to know the game and the story and explore the many diverse regions.
That's kind of okay
Some
with me,
quests
though. I
in
want
Avowed
this to
will
be
have you make
Skyrim.
difficult decisions
Again.
with profound consequences. Like this side quest you may encounter in Shatterscarp, the third region you'll explore on your journey through the Living Lands. As you're exploring, you come across the bodies of these fallen
Obsidian knows
soldiers.
all about
And as you
profound
explore the
consequences.
remains
I
of
have
the battle,
big
it's up
hopes
to
for
you to
that.
determine
Yeah.
who, if anyone, is at fault.
Just the 4 of us. Manu, Kiri, Naoki, and me. Training under Captain Ruiki. Trying to keep Thirdborn safe.
In other words, you're a gang of vigilantes. Not that I'm one to judge.
Here. Take my badge. Take everyone's. Our families deserve to know we fought and died.
Making the right choice isn't always what it seems. We embrace moral nuance and gray areas, trusting players to make tough
Dude, I
decisions in
thought that might have
complicated
been me.
situations.
Like, no.
My squad and I rested in the cave by the water last night, and as we were sleeping, we were ambushed by those miserable Zorips. I was so surprised, and it was so dark. I just
Brad
got
said he killed
separated
for
from
a
everyone
Vegas
else.
too.
Look, I can't
Yes,
face those monsters alone.
absolutely.
Rainbow
But
Six
I have
Vegas?
to know if
Dude,
anyone
that was
else
what you're talking
never
about.
has a thought they won't
3 as well.
So what did he tell you? That Captain Ruiki was sick? That I was paranoid? That I was a dumb baby? I heard it all often and loudly.
It's quite the teeth.
Wait, if you found Sergeant Asui, why is he not here with you? What happened?
At the end of the quest, you have a choice. When you confront Private Naoki,
What
if you
a pretty
believe the story
smile.
he's told you, you can hand over the badges and let him go back home.
You're right. Real battle isn't something you can prepare for, is it? It's not my fault. No, they should have never have camped in the cave. I'll take the badges. I'm going back to Thirdborn.
But if you confront him, if you believe that he fled the site of the battle as an act of cowardice, then he might challenge you to a fight to reclaim his honor. Either way, when you return to town, you'll see the consequences of your actions and the choices you made during this quest. Creating an immersive experience like Avowed is anchored in the world we build. Art director Matt Hansen and the team have worked to create a unique, colorful, and dynamic visual style.
From the outset, we knew that we wanted Avowed setting to feel rich, weird, and wonderful. We found inspiration in a wide swath of real-world cultures, helping us create a unique RPG experience. By contrasting the vibrant with the dull, or verdant spaces with sickly ones, we can better deliver complex emotional experiences for our players. The Living Lands is a continent
Yeah, Brad,
of
we've got some
untamed
internet issues
valleys
happening over here.
with
Apparently
widely
Toronto's
varied
getting nailed to
biomes,
storm, and
from
it is
luxuriant
buggering things up,
forests
man.
to volcanic wastes. And each
Yeah,
of
it
those
appears to be
regions
continuing all
itself
day,
is a
by the way, as
conflux
well.
of storied landscapes. All of the regions
So
have
bear with
a
us if
lot
the
of
internet
special
dips
things
a little bit here or
associated
there.
with them.
Had it
But I
drop
have a deep
twice on
place
me
in my heart
already.
for Shatterscarp.
So I wasn't even sure if we'd be doing this.
As you're wandering the wastes of Shatterscarp, you might notice off in the distance a vibrant jewel of color.
Yeah, I know I can't
Transitioning
host
from
on my internet
destitute,
connection. For example, I
muted
can't see
tones
the
of a
our Twitch
wasteland
feed
of
now.
sand
I can't have
and
too many
marching
things
in
open like
towards a
that.
beautiful oasis. There's the
Surprised I
opportunity
can
there
handle the
for
comments
life,
rolling
for
through this
adventure,
video, actually.
and even a little danger.
We hope you've enjoyed this look at Avowed. We're
That's a
thrilled
quick
to share
look,
more
dude,
about
already.
the game in the coming months, and we can't wait for you to explore the Living Lands when Avowed launches this fall.
Just this fall. Scott, just this fall. Still no date. Like, this would have been the prime time to give us a date, right?
Yeah, this is. Now that I'm thinking about it, okay, I'm pretty sure this is one of my very anticipated games of 2024. I mean,
Yeah.
sorry, 2023 is what I had meant to say. This has been in development, obviously, for a long time. Games are, but
Yeah. No,
I
it's
would've hoped for a
2024.
date.
Just says fall.
yeah.
Man. I was kind of hoping for a date. What's next? They gotta save Indy for last, do you think?
Either that or Hellblade, because that's a very confident show.
Yeah. Nope, we're going to Hellblade now.
Okay.
So one game down. It's 10 after 3. This is gonna go for about an hour, right?
I think it was a 58-minute presentation. They timed it. It's been uploaded for a day.
Hi, I'm Don Matthews, studio head here at Ninja Theory in Cambridge, UK. We're now in the final months of development on Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, and the team is working hard to bring you an unforgettable journey into Senua's unique world and her battle for survival, where we have once again combined high fidelity and immersive presentation with a shorter, narrative-led experience that focuses on the things that we really care about, and that we hope you care about too.
Hope you make me care about it, Ninja Theory.
Senua is back with a new quest. She wants to stop the Vikings who raided her village right at their source, in Iceland. But not just her quest has changed. Senua herself has grown since the first Hellblade. She's made peace with her past and is no longer in such fear of her visions and voices. While the Furies are still her constant companions, she encounters new people along the way, some of which will value her unique perspective, and others who will reject it.
Little by little, this settlement became my tribe.
In the game, Senua arrives in 10th century Iceland on the trail of the Vikings who have been enslaving her people. In the story, we're trying to be as faithful to history as we can up to a point, establishing a solid framework and then building more surreal elements on top. Senua will face up to giants who have plunged the land into chaos, and which in turn has seen the rise of the Droiga, a violent threat that has swept through the settlements that she'll discover. Senua will make new enemies and also new allies who will come to see her unique perspective as a beacon of hope. And she'll discover, along with us, how this viewpoint can have its advantages.
Did you finish the first one?
No, I was gonna ask you actually. Do you know how long it is?
Warrior who experiences
a ballpark. I want to say it's probably 8 to 10, but
it's
just kind of a generic.
Hearing voices and having unique beliefs about the world around her. To bring Senua's perspective of the world to life in a truthful way, we have once again worked closely with Professor Paul Fletcher at the University of Cambridge, as well as people with lived experience of psychosis.
What does that mean? It's terrifying.
Dude, it makes
players will
the
find
hairs on my
traversing
neck just kind of
I got that too.
Right? Yeah, you did.
I just said that exactly.
Senua sees in her own
loss.
And battling through encounters with enemies that will push Senua to her limits.
Man, it's a level of thoughtful that I don't think we see.
On Saga, we've taken everything to the next level. With a new motion capture space, a bigger stage team, a stunt crew, and a new cast.
We spent a lot of time planning the motion capture shoots, thinking of what events would be good to bring into this fight. Like, how can we make this fight feel different from the previous fight? We have all new combat for the sequel. One of our key goals was the ability to actually tell a story throughout it. It does feel very different from the first game, but it's very brutal and you're very invested in it. Senua isn't a superhero. She's fighting for survival.
This is
We want
ruthless,
the player to feel her struggle in every step of her journey. We want the player to
kind of
always
reminds me
feel
of The
like
Last of Us a
they
little bit.
just scraped through, just survived it.
Mel knows Senua better than anyone, better than I
Just
do.
that
Her
absolute
instincts are
destitution.
amazing, and
Yeah.
she really doesn't need much help from me. On stage, our main focus is storytelling. So I get to watch the actors and see all the beautiful expressions on their faces. And then I have to wait a little while, and then I get to see that all again, in-game, in costume, on location, everything. It's a great experience, a great process.
Not sure if you had that as
Every
well.
discipline in
What's
the
that,
studio
sorry?
is unified in achieving
The presentation
a deep level of
audio cut
immersion
for about 3
to help
seconds there
suspend your
for me.
disbelief
Nope,
and pull
that
you
was
into
good.
Senua's story.
It seems to be back now. Everything's good.
We were lucky enough to do a few reference gathering trips.
That's something
in
I hadn't
Iceland.
thought of too.
You
Was
have
the
to be there. The sense
full
of scale, everything is incredible.
performance capture.
And you see a scene or you see a small
It's
section of
something
the game, and you're like,
I'm just imagining the tech and how
that's
intense that's
amazing.
going to be.
Yeah, this is at a whole other level. Like, they stepped up their production from last time, and last time they nailed it.
And a part of this manifests in the voices he hears.
Like, if I was getting goosebumps from Kratos and his performance, I think this is going to give me the same.
Audio, which provides a good representation of this type of auditory hallucinations. As we focus in immersion, binaural audio is perfect for this because through headphones, you surround yourself in a three-dimensional space. In the first game, we only applied to the voices that Senua listens in her head. In this game, through a spatial audio technology and some extra little things within the game, there is music that is binaural. Every single sound has the potential to be binaural, so everything is spatialized around you, and it's a very beautiful experience.
What will they do to her? What will we do to us?
Music is a strange language in the sense that it speaks to our emotions.
Every time.
Fast and deep.
Yeah,
it's not
dude,
only about quality,
it's gonna be
it's about
intense.
personality. So when you listen to
okay, so last year we said
Xbox
should be in the Game of the Year discussion.
On the music, we are working with
Clearly,
Hyman,
Starfield did not put that where they needed
it
to be.
I really admire
Because
them.
Hellblade do that for them. Indiana Jones
we
do that for
their
them.
Craft, their depth,
Well,
their meaning
I did
in
hear
music.
that
It really
Starfield
connects with her game
won the
and
most
elevates
innovative
it to something really special.
award at the Steam
We are
Fest.
also working with heavy metal singer,
which was
Brad
clearly
back,
trolling.
lost service. So Brad's losing service too. Dude, everybody's losing.
We have that binaural touch of music. So this all creates a very immersive. And
Yeah,
very
we'll see.
special
I
and
think
unique
Game of the Year
experience.
discussion this year is going to be an interesting one. I definitely want to see where Hellblade lands. I want to see where
our mission here at Ninja Theory is to
where
craft
that
life-changing
game
art
lands,
with
where that
game-changing
goes.
tech.
Is that
And
enough to
that's our
really
aim
push
in
it to that
Senua's
next
Saga,
level? To
Hellblade
put
2 is to not
Xbox
only
finally in that
see
Game
where
of the Year
Senua
discussion?
goes next, but to deliver something really meaningful for our players.
My hope is that they will
what's the
really connect
competition
to
this year
Senua as a
for
character,
both
and
Nintendo
even if
and
they
PlayStation?
can't really relate to what she's going through, maybe they know someone that relates to that character, and they can then understand that person better.
Well, I don't want to sound cheesy.
Yes,
but
what she
in a
said
way,
there
I'm
is
Senua, right?
why I think I'm
She
connected to
exists and
Senua.
doesn't. It exists
We've
through
all
all
had
of her
crazy
work, through every
thoughts,
ninja.
things that have happened,
So,
and
we all
emotions
are
that have been
Senua,
intense. And
we are creating
think
this character that grows and grows and grows. And
the
grows
mature
and
of
keep
us
growing and keep changing.
can find a lot of value in
So
seeing that kind
that
of a
makes
story.
it real.
I'm so proud of the love, care, and passion our team here at Ninja Theory are putting into Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. Our hope is to not only create a game that is great to play, but to craft an experience that leaves you thinking and feeling. From our combat gameplay
How many
through to
people
our
are at
action
Ninja
set
Theory?
pieces, from our
I don't know.
cinematic scenes to our puzzle
I'm
solving,
wondering if they're a
everything
compact
is crafted in
developer now.
service of Senua's journey. A journey that you can
We're talking
embark
Game
on
of the Year, and
on
you
May
know how I
21st.
feel about remakes being nominated, but there's a lot of people saying Rebirth is a strong contender. It's man, that's a completely.
I would say remake versus remaster, and two entirely different things.
Yeah.
That's my opinion, however. It's subjective.
Well, The Last of Us Part 2, right, is a remastered version of it. Remake, like they've changed the whole direction, art direction, gameplay style, everything.
But I think to Brad's point, for Resident Evil 4, I don't believe they changed too much. I think
what's
that is
this?
mostly
Square
just
Enix. Dude, there's your surprise.
Oh.
What is this? They said there were no surprises.
Oh, they said there was one unannounced company, but
what's Square up to?
Everybody, of course, was saying it was Valve. It's Valve. Half-Life. No.
Greetings, Xbox players. My name is Masaru
Nothing wrong
Oyama,
with wishful
producer
thinking.
for the Mana series here at Square Enix. 聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナの情報を Xbox ユーザーの皆さんにいち早くお伝えできる機会をいただけて大変光栄です。コンソールゲームとしては
Visions of Mana.
約17年ぶりとなる聖剣伝説シリーズの完全シリーズ。
So Brad.
聖剣伝説
Okay, I
シリ
thought
ー
it
ズ
was
は
Mana.
1991年に
Is this one for you,
ファイナル
Brad?
ファ
Or
ンタ
is
ジー
this a
タイト
little
ルとし
too
て
much
誕
for
生して
you?
以降
This is not for me,
マナ
Scott.
と
Are you into
聖
this?
剣をめぐって描かれる愛をテーマに
I'm so pedestrian when it comes to RPGs, especially
Brad says nope too.
Eastern ones.
アクション RPG として
Yeah, Brad's really my guide when it comes to RPGs that I haven't seen.
されてきました。 本作は30年以上の歴史あるシリーズの最新作となるため、
Yeah,
これまで
likewise,
培われて
bounces
きた
off Devin.
聖剣伝説としての世界
Yeah,
をしっか
never
り
liked
感
the
じられ
man
る
in
ものを目
series,
指
he
して
says.
鋭意
That's
制作
fair,
中です。
right? It's definitely a different style.
フィールド
There's
では
something
自
different
然
to
や
it
精霊
then.
とのつながりを感じられる色彩豊かな聖剣伝説の世界を体験しても
Ew,
らえ
it
ると
looks
思います。
quite nice, I have to say.
Yeah, our styles
シリーズおな
looking
じみの
pretty
モンス
good.
ターたちも本作に登場しています。
But definitely not gonna be for me. I can already tell this is not my style.
今回これら
Yeah, I
のおな
bet
じみ
you
の
the
モンスター
character
たちを作り出
voices
した
are
聖剣伝説の生み
what
の親
you'd
である
expect.
石井浩一さんとともに聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナの内容を紹介していきたいと思います。
Hello, I am Koichi Ishii from Gretz. I am so happy to introduce the newest game in the Mana series to Xbox players. 初期の頃からシリーズ作品に登場しているモンスターたちは私が
They
考
want a
案
game
したもの
pass?
ですが、中には小学生
Calling
の
it.
頃
Ooh,
その
that
イ
would
メ
be
ージで
strong.
できていたものもありま
Calling
す。
it right now.
今作では初めはドット絵からスタートしたモン
There's
スター
always
た
there's
ち
been a
をどのような
lot
形
of
で
very
最
strong
新化
pull
して
to try and
聖
get
剣
Square
伝
to
説
support
ビジョン
more
ズ・オブ・マ
Western
ナに
development,
落とし込
more
むか
Western
デザイン
releases
の
day
方向
one.
性から
Yeah.
I think
モデ
this
ル
is
の
a
完
pretty
成イ
good
メー
sign
ジ
for
までを
that.
監修する立場でプロジェクトに参加しました。聖剣伝説ファイナルファンタジー外伝を作っていた頃から自分の頭の中ではモンスターたちは立体的に生き生きと動いて、これまで自分が携わった作品ではそれらをどうやって当時の技術で表現できるかにこだわって作ってきました。最新作では聖剣伝説のモンスターたちのただ可愛いだけではなく恐ろしさの部分もしっかりと表現できているので、
All these
バト
enemy
ル中
models
は
are making me think
モン
of
スターたち
Kirby.
の表情にも
Dude, you know,
注目
I
して
instantly
くだ
went
さい。
to Pokemon.
これまで
Oh,
聖
yeah,
剣伝説シリーズには
Yeah.
I think I saw several
海を
Pokemon
渡る
as
手
I
助
was
けを
running
して
through
くれ
there.
る頼もしい仲間たちがいましたが、
I'll wait for the
今
last
I'm not good with their
episode.
膨大な
names,
フィールド
but
探検に欠
And
かせ
then
ない
Like a
新
Dragon
たな
Infinite
仲間が登
Wealth.
場
Oh,
し
I'm
ます。
avoiding that one too. I don't want
陸上を
to
猛
do
スピード
that.
で駆け回ってくれるピックル。
I get it. Some people love it,
さん
right?
が
I,
新たに
it's,
考案してく
it's
ださってい
great.
ます。
It is not for me.
I just think of
新た
Jeff
な仲間を
Grubb's
考えるにあ
joke
たっ
Yeah,
て
that I read
dude,
out
今作の
yesterday.
マ
That
スコ
was
ットキャ
good.
ラクターになるくらい
Everybody
可愛
always
い
says play
動物にした
Yakuza
いと
like
い
a
う
dragon,
漠
but
然と
nobody
した
says
思いがあり
play
ました
Yakuza like a man.
その上でヨークシャテリアの毛並み、見た目はアルマジルによく似た仙山港や古代エジプト神のアヌビスの子供といった具体的なイメージが浮かんできて、それぞれの特徴を取り入れながら
A
ラグデ
pangolin.
ザ
I'm
インを
not
書
sure
き
what
起こ
those
し
are
ました。
even supposed to look like in real life.
デザイナーにもアイデアを出してもらいながら、足の長さ
I
や
have no idea.
丸まった時のイメージなど、ゲームの中での見え方も考えながら調整を重ねていき、ピックルは誕生しました。
もう一つの挑戦は楽曲面です。過去
Pickle
さまざまなコンポーザーが携わられた楽曲の雰囲気が感じられつつも、最新作として素晴らしい新たな楽曲が生まれました。 BGM でもしっかり聖剣伝説シリーズらしさを感じてもらえると思います。過去シリーズの楽曲を手掛けたクリエイターたちが全100曲という大ボリュームの制作に挑んでくれました。新たな試みとしてフィールドの探索からバトルまでをシームレスに体験できるよう今作ではインタラクティブミュージックを導入しており、冒険の没入感を高めてくれます。
Ah, man, I saw him going on about that. I'm like, I don't care. Really?
About what?
David Jaffe's going on about how he doesn't like the new Kratos.
Oh, well, I haven't seen that at all.
Yeah. Which,
Is that
whatever.
just because he's been...
Well,
He's just not what he wanted after being involved for so long, maybe?
he has a history, obviously, with God of War. It's his. Full rant.
Yeah.
Whatever. Nah.
空中でのアクションがバトルの
I don't
核とな
really
ってお
listen
り
to Jaffe.
武器で
In
の
all
攻撃だ
honesty,
けでなく
he just
魔
sounds
法で
like
の攻
a.
撃も可能になっています。
I don't know. It's just a different perspective. He just likes to criticize it, and well, it sounds like a lot
聖
of
剣
whining,
伝説シ
and I
リー
just
ズで
don't
は
want
お
to
な
listen
じ
to
み
it.
の精霊たちがいますがその力を宿した武器を使うとバトルを手助けしてくれるようになります。精霊によっては様々な特性の違いがありますので、
Man, this is going on
そ
for a
の効
while.
果とともに聖剣伝説の世界らしい不
Yeah,
思
that's
議な力で
surprising.
爽快なバトルを楽しんでいた
This
だ
is
けま
where
す
it。gets the lull for a lot of people, I think, including myself, Scott. I'm starting to
オ
fall
リジナル
asleep.
モンスターや ピックリにも注目してほしいのですが。
It's not for me, right? I get it. It's gonna be there for somebody, which is cool. It's a nice surprise though too, right? To have this on Xbox. I think it's the biggest thing that they're gonna have this now.
チームのみんなが頑張って作ってくれていますので、ぜひ
Still not the Final Fantasy series, but you know.
私自身もプレイするのを楽しみにしています。
聖剣伝説シリーズとして初めて Xbox ユーザーの皆さんにお届けする本作聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナは
They'll be sharing more
今後も
information
様々
soon.
な情報をお届けしていきますので
No release
ぜ
dates
ひご期
at
待
all
ください
today.
この夏この忘れられない冒険を Xbox ユーザーの皆さんに
No,
楽
I
しん
think
でい
this
た
is
だける日が
a show
今
of
から
power.
This
Hey,
summer.
we're getting this on Xbox.
It's coming summer 2024. I haven't heard anything about Ashfall at all. Dude, that thing vanished. Yeah.
Hey, yeah, there's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Yeah. We're going to Ara now, right? We get another? Yeah. Okay. Dude, they're gonna go to Ara, and then we're gonna get something in the bottom left or bottom right hand corner, and then we're gonna end with Indy.
I think you're right. Just looking at the time breakdown here.
Yeah, right. So we're half hour in now. That's 3 games already. Here's
Hello.
another 3.
Welcome to Oxide Games. We
Dude,
founded
I'm
the
looking
studio
forward to
in
this game. This one looks
2013 with
cool.
our decades of personal experience building some of the most beloved strategy games of all time. Like
I feel like I've
Civilization
seen
5.
almost nothing about
We
this
came
one so
together
far.
to create something new and innovative in a genre we all love. Ara History Untold is the game we've dreamt of
I
making.
love the way these cities look.
Ara is an homage.
Like City
to
Builders, man. We've
historical
come a long
gamers,
way from
strategy
Sim
gamers,
City
4X
on the
gamers.
NES.
It features all the depth and gameplay fans of this genre love, where you'll explore the world, expand your nation, govern your people, and engage with your rivals on the international stage. But it isn't just more of the same.
Look at that. That's
With
neat.
Ara, we wanted to challenge some of the preconceived notions about the
Oh,
genre,
man.
push it
I love
forward
the
in a
Total War
modern,
series, but I
empowering,
think its
and
time
truly
has passed.
compelling and approachable way.
For example, we have over 100 instruments on display in the office, which are all things that we purchased in order to add to the soundtrack and expand the game and make it really good. Hi, Dan. That's Dan. We started in his basement. It's been an amazing process to see from concept to completion.
Funny.
We started small, building a robust game engine, questioning our design assumptions, and prototyping out features, rediscovering what made us fall in love with strategy games in the first place.
The end result is Ara, the historical grand strategy game that presents a living world where you can rule how you want to rule and chart your own path to becoming the most prestigious nation on the planet.
For Ara, we knew we needed deep systems with outcomes that encourage exploration and give players the power to experiment and make meaningful strategic choices while still having agency over their playstyle.
Single
We
player,
also
you
wanted
think?
to explore
Right?
more in different parts of history and give players from around the world
I could
a
see a
chance to the
skirmish
game
mode or
reflect
something like
their
that.
unique
Yeah.
perspective and not just ours.
Well, Total War
And finally, we knew that for players
Shogun
to feel the
2
impact
has
of
a-
their
you
decisions,
can do the whole thing
they would need
co-op.
to see their choices reflected in the game world itself,
It's really
not just
it's
through
been
numbers
done
on a
before.
menu.
It's not impossible.
One of
Yeah.
the first differences you'll see when you dive into Ara is what we call the living world. It's a procedurally generated alternate Earth, bursting with life, an intuitive, authentic, and immersive space, a blank canvas for
Procedurally
players to
generated.
paint the
Uh-oh.
society of their
You
dreams.
see that? That's
The
leaves the
living
door
world
open
isn't
for
just an
AI.
app.
Well,
It
it's,
reflects the
yeah,
choices
I thought of
players
AI
make over
too,
the
but
course of the game.
as I said,
see
AI is
everything
here
from the
regardless.
subtle
It's
Not
how they use
particularly
it.
worried.
cultural
Yeah,
influence on
that's what I was
architectural
Square
saying.
Enix,
I'm not
they use
particularly
it for
worried in
art.
Thousands of
terms of.
citizens living their lives and reacting to the changes.
Well, if
We
AI
want
is
players
just
to
as
feel
simple
like
as
they're
like,
truly
hey, maybe more
occupying the
water on
world,
this map
leading
next
their
time.
people as
Yeah.
they
That's
thrive
cool.
and grow. Core to the vision of Ara is our philosophy of rule how you want to rule. And no feature better exemplifies this
I just don't want
than
to
the
hear an
Prestige
AI
system.
represented voice.
To win a game of Ara,
synthesized voice.
players
I'm
will
not a fan
compete
of
with
that.
their rivals to build the most influential, impressive, and important nation the world has ever known. This is measured by prestige, the player's score that proves their worth as a leader.
The Prestige system gives players the chance to decide what kind of leader they want to be. Do they want to pursue great works of arts and culture? Military might? Scientific
I was gonna say,
advancement?
yeah, do you have a
The choice
cultural
is theirs.
angle?
In Ara,
Me?
there are no
No.
set victory
You?
conditions. Players get to decide what is most important to them and
I'm
focus
fairly
and prioritize on
uncultured,
those
but-
goals while still being able to win the game.
Personally, when I play Ara, I like to build triumphs.
Again,
Triumphs
Total
are
War
our
is my
collection
point
of
of reference.
incredible
So
monuments and
you can
architectural
win, you can
achievements
spread your
throughout human
borders by
history.
just
Like the Great Pyramid
other
of Giza,
They're
cities,
hard to build,
nations vote to
but
join you.
worth
They
it,
like your culture
giving
better.
huge prestige
That kind of thing.
bonuses and game-changing abilities to the nation that constructs them.
Another aspect of Aura that I'm personally excited about is our crafting system.
The crafting system
They have a
offers unique
crafting
challenge to the
system,
player that
Scott.
they generally
Oh
won't see
no,
often in the
dude.
4X
Oh,
genre.
no.
What is
Succeeding
this?
At balancing, gathering
Okay,
the right things,
hold on. This is
turning
more
them
of
into
an
the tools
industry
that you need,
sim
and then
thing.
finally
Okay,
getting to the outcome or reward of something like an important improvement or triumph. Just changes the challenge that exists in Aura compared to other 4X games.
Crafting plays out in Aura at a national scale, with players honing and combining the natural resources they harvest into all manner of goods and components. Those are the foundation for everything, from international trade to improving their cities' and citizens' lives, and even manufacturing the weapons necessary to draft military units. The crafting system in Aura encourages thoughtful, advanced
dude,
planning.
that 3 o'clock
It rewards
going to
players
bed
who can see
last
the
night,
strategic
catching up.
outcome of all their collective decisions, and not just the individual ones.
I'm proud of the work that's gone into our simultaneous turn system. Many strategy games have players alternate taking turns and reacting to their opponent's moves. In Aura, all players' actions are resolved.
I
at the
am
same
glad they
time.
said this is a
This
direct
rewards
and not a
players' ability
showcase.
to navigate uncertainty, to
Yeah.
predict and strategically
But I am
plan
now
for
ready for a
variety of
showcase.
scenarios in the moment.
You know what I mean?
System makes Aura
Let's get the
feel
showcase
more
going next. Where's
in a
that?
typical strategy game, once
I
your turn is
do
finished, you
want
have to
that
wait for a long
blockbuster.
time.
Hey,
With
here's
simultaneous
what we can
turns,
look
generally
at,
speaking,
you know,
those
by the end
times
of
are
the year.
very
We'll show
low.
you more.
You get to
Yeah.
keep playing the game
Dude,
and
Here's what
3
you
a.m.
look forward to.
rather than
Brad,
having
Drew,
those
you're
periods
old.
of
3 a.m.
downtime
is not
where you're
feasible
not
anymore.
doing
Tell me
anything.
about it.
It's not easy
Yeah,
sifting
little guy
through all
woke
of
me up, and I was
history
just
and picking
wide
what to
awake.
include. For
There was nothing
Aura,
I
we
could
wanted
do.
to offer a
Next
fresh
thing you know, it's
perspective.
3 o'clock
so
in
we
the
look
morning.
at cultures and societies throughout the
Ugh.
millennia with the broadest lens possible.
Where this approach really shines
He went right back to
is
bed.
in
It
our
was just
leaders.
I woke up.
Leaders are so
I was
often
just like,
seen as military personnel
eyes
or
are open.
prominent government figures.
Man,
But
just
leaders
started
come in so many
doing
different
some artwork
forms.
instead.
They're thought leaders, scientific and cultural prodigies, and many more.
Each leader in Aura has a number of special abilities determined by their personality traits, as well as
Each
a powerful
leader in
and unique
Aura. I
leader
don't see
trait
William Wallace.
informed by
Dude,
their
this is gonna be
contributions
pretty
to world
deep.
history.
With a
Right?
diverse global
I mean,
roster,
this is gonna be a
we know
lot
players
to
will find leaders
unpack
that
when
they
you get
will
into
want
this
to
thing.
play. And even a few
I'm
that
hoping
may
it's a
surprise
little
them with how
safer
fun
to
it is
learn
when
than
those
some of the
leaders are
other
handed the
builders
reins
we've
of
seen.
power.
Some of them are
Yeah.
just not nice in their tutorials or whatever.
For us at Oxide,
Various
player
issues.
feedback is the only way to really understand what you're making. It gives us that priceless perspective from the people we're making Aura for.
I hope this one lands in
Building the game
relative
alongside
good condition,
real players has
considering
given us that
City
critical
Skylines
player
2 was not.
feedback. In the end, we
Yeah.
believe this makes for a deeper
So much that
connection
the
between
producer
players
is now
and the
complaining
game.
about
One of my
toxicity
favorite
and
examples is when we
Which
first
sucks. They
introduced the
shouldn't,
concept
man.
of
They're
dangerous
trying,
wildlife
right?
to
Like,
the
just
game.
give them the
It
time
turns
and let
out
them
in
do
our
what they
first
gotta do.
iteration, it was maybe a little bit too
constructive
aggressive or
feedback is,
disruptive.
of course,
We knew we should
our
probably
business,
make a
but
change when one of our
Yeah.
insiders made a forum post
it
that
must
was
be
just
constructive.
Cougars, cougars,
You're not
cougars.
doing
I hate
anyone else any
cougars.
good otherwise.
someone get these feline demons away from me. I'm happy to report, based on more recent feedback, that I think we ended up in a good
You guys
place
got a
with
pack
the
of
overall
cats. You
threat
know what you
level
gotta
of
do then,
mountain
Drew.
lions to a
You just
player's
gotta pet 'em.
citizenry.
That's right.
It's been years of hard work to bring you a strategy experience like no other. And we're so excited that we can finally see the finish line. We can't wait for players to get their hands
Why
on
do
the
they have
game
a scooter
later
in the
this year.
office?
But the launch of Aura is only the beginning.
I love it.
We're going to maintain our insider program after the release date and continue to listen to players and support the game into the future.
We need
On behalf
another
of
quantum
everyone at
break.
Outside Games,
I'm
thank
down
you for
for that.
joining us today. We can't wait for you to play
Oh,
Aura
I think that's what
and
Alan
create
Wake
your
is
own
supposed to be
history.
similar to, the idea of it being transmedia. But I agree with you, though. Quantum Break 2 would be excellent.
Is it now indie? Or are we on to something else? So we gotta be on to something else, right? It's too early for just indie now, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's still 20 minutes, 24 minutes. Exactly.
No, it's indie. So they're gonna end it right?
Okay.
Yeah, this is gonna be it then, right? It's gotta be.
I'm okay with that, because
Yeah.
I would like the time with Indy.
We need to dive into this and get a good look at it,
Hej
right?
och välkommen till Uppsala, Sverige, här hos Machine Games.
The last Indiana Jones game I remember was a two-dimensional Game Boy original game.
Indiana
So
Jones.
we're jumping another
Since
20
the
years
first film came
forward
out,
here.
Indiana Jones has always represented the
Third
ultimate
person, first
adventure.
person. What are we getting?
Even today, it's one of the most iconic
I think it's going to be
franchises in
third,
pop
I would bet.
culture.
I hope.
Unless
In this
it plays
game,
like Phantom
you are
Abyss,
just
which I would
playing
love.
as you are Indiana Jones.
I love love that game. We might as well just rebrand that indie.
You'll see through his eyes, dude. It's first person.
Of Indiana Jones.
When Todd Howard first told us about his vision for the game, we knew we would be a very good fit to help bring it to life.
I've wanted to make an Indiana Jones game forever. I'd had this idea for what it would be like and the story.
Is he
what
going to say
Indy
the
was
line?
going after, what period of his life it was in, what kind of
Does it
arc
work?
he was going to have. And as the years went on, I thought, who would be like the best studio in the world to make this? And it was my friends at Machine Games. I can remember pitching Lucasfilm on the game and being, a little bit nervous because, look, it's, Indiana Jones, and their response was just overwhelmingly positive, and just that excitement has bled through the whole project, and they have just been so trusting and supportive of everything that we want to do with the game.
Oh, good. I
It's
don't
been
want
a
them to
long
be too
time.
cagey
I've been a
with
fan
Indiana
of this
Jones.
my whole life, and I couldn't
After
be
the
more
last two
excited
movies,
to show
just
you
open
what
it
the
up.
team here has
Just
been
let
up
'em.
to. Let's take our first look
Here we go.
at the new Indiana Jones game.
Let me tell you what you
Out now.
are missing,
Just kidding.
Dr. Jones.
No, that'd be
While
nuts.
you were playing your pointless game,
It's not going to be Harrison Ford voicing, is it?
I was
doubt it.
playing you. You're wondering if maybe you should have built yourself a life of meaning instead of ending up here.
Did he break his nose?
And forgotten in the sense.
This is giving me huge Wolfenstein vibes, and I love it.
It is.
It's certainly modeled after his
Yeah,
face.
dude,
yeah.
it is so Harrison Ford. Huh. Cool. Makes sense though. Does make sense. First person. Dude, it's first person.
History.
Okay.
It's
I
his
don't know
voice.
if that's a good choice for
Just
Indy.
different ways to interpret the past. Thousands of years of humanity's thoughts and beliefs.
I can't.
Scattered and buried.
I don't think that's him, but I think it's very close.
Yeah.
Just waiting.
It's like it's Troy Baker.
To be found.
Can't just run away from your
It's not Nolan North, right? You'd recognize that.
Watch me.
Dude, that might be Harrison. No way.
I didn't hear any.
It's
any
first
age
person,
to
man. I
this.
don't like that idea.
Throughout history,
I thought Harrison would sound
mankind
a little
has built
older.
sites of great spiritual significance. If you were to draw a line through these ancient sites around the globe, you get a perfectly aligned circle.
Yeah.
I've had run-ins with these guys before. Trust me, it ain't a walk in the park.
Okay, then. Let's see if you can keep up.
What do you mean if I can keep up?
Dude, it looks good.
This is oh no.
Oh my goodness, come on. You're kidding, right?
Oh.
Doesn't sound like
The
him, says
movie-
Brad.
The movie scenes were bad where he's hopping between the Jeeps. This is a video game. I can forgive a little bit more.
Dude, it sounds like Troy Baker.
Great circle.
Indiana Jones in the Great Circle.
You have any idea how old that was?
Indiana Jones is such an iconic character, and he means so much to so many people. Everyone here at the studio has their own indie stories and memories. Most of us grew up with his adventures and have been fans of the movies and the character for years. He's a brilliant archaeologist, he's a charismatic everyman, he's passionate,
And he's a good
determined.
teacher. She missed
And
one.
for us, he's synonymous with adventure.
You remember those?
Now we have the opportunity to tell a
No.
new Indiana Jones story for a modern gaming audience.
There's
Our
the
game
scene,
is
I
all
think, in the
about putting
first one,
you in
where the
Indy's
girl's
shoes,
got Call Me
letting
on
you
her
see
eyelids.
and feel what he sees and
In the
feels.
front row.
For
So
us at
cheesy.
Machine Games, we do that best through first person. It's the ideal perspective to bring you into the rich, exciting, and interactive world we've built. We believe that being up close and
I was
personal
really
to the
hoping it's
adventure
gonna
is
be
key,
first or third
making
person,
each
but
action feel like your own.
it makes sense, dude. It's Machine Games.
Whether it's cracking
That's
a
right.
whip,
That's what I keep thinking of.
solving
I'm not
puzzles
getting
in
worried
ancient
because it's
temples.
machine games.
So if
or seeing your
I think
knuckles
I might be
bloody
more
in a
worried
fist
if it was
fight.
third
All of
person,
these moments are much
because
more
everything they do
intense
is first
in
person.
first person. But we still
Mhm.
want you to have those moments. Seeing his iconic silhouette with the hat, the whip, and so for things like cutscenes and environmental traversal, we pull the camera back.
Oh,
for
nice!
third-person view.
All right, I'm in.
For
I like
traversal,
that.
I think that's the right move.
Is set between Raiders of
Hey,
the Lost
that reminds me
Ark and the
of
Last
Rainbow
Crusade.
Six Vegas as
Yeah.
The
Deus
game
Ex
begins,
dude did it a lot
Indiana
too.
is working at Marshall College.
Oh, that's right.
He wakes up in the middle of the night to the sounds of a break-in and rushes to confront the thief in the college museum. The mysterious giant of a man makes off with what seems to be a historically insignificant artifact, sparking Indiana's curiosity.
Who the hell are you?
Following the trail,
I want
Indiana
Indiana
heads to the
Jones
Vatican,
to work
hoping
with
to
the
learn why
Brotherhood
this particular
and bring
relic
back
was
or
stolen.
bring down the Templar Order.
Discovers that things aren't what they appear.
If anybody's got the apple of
He
Eden,
starts pulling at the
Might be
strings of a
India.
mystery, and it all unravels until he has no choice but to see it through to the end, whatever the end may be.
Dude, I'm pretty excited. This looks cool.
On
Looks like
next
it's
flight to
getting
Rome,
for a good time.
Stop. Need help. Stop. Maybe in Vatican. Stop. Indy.
We always talk about how clever Indiana Jones is. That had to be one of our guiding principles when we were thinking about the type of game we were making. It wouldn't be Indy if he wasn't using his wits to get through the situation. The most authentic Indiana Jones experience we can make is the one that makes you think first.
you might have to feel
Sure,
around
there
some
will be
statues
some
to make it
obstacles
work.
that will be more easily overcome with the revolver or a gun taken from a disarmed guard. But I think most of the time you'll have more fun and, to be honest, a more genuine indie experience by finding more clever ways to solve a problem.
We always want to be offering more solutions, whether it's trying a different path through the environment to get around enemies, observing enemy patrols and using them to your advantage,
All right, we
or
got
using
stealth
the
going on.
tools at your disposal, like the whip.
It's an amazing global adventure with action propelling you through your journey.
We have these really diverse environments for you to explore. Indy's journey will take him to the forgotten temples of Sukhothai, the pyramids of Egypt, the snow-peaked Himalayas, and beyond.
We look carefully at each location and the time period the game is set in, and we're trying to make it as authentic and accurate as possible.
We love creating rich, vibrant worlds, and in this game, we also had the goal of making it feel like a true cinematic Indiana Jones adventure.
One of the biggest ways to do that is with the music.
Yeah, it's got to be in there,
John
right?
Williams is the original composer for the
Todd
indie
is the
films,
big guy.
and we're really lucky to have found Gordy Hub, a composer who's been able to capture
Oh,
Williams'
yeah?
essence with his score for The Great Circle.
Who's that, Brad?
You say Sweeney Todd?
Tony.
Oh,
We also
this
take
is
a very
Sweeney Todd
movie-like
is a-
approach to
is
things
a-
like
a
cinematics.
movie.
We're very physical with our production style. We use a lot of stunt actors. Things like this help us bridge the gap between making a game and making a movie.
And of course, our characters do a lot to help bring the world to life as well. Next to Indy, Gina is our other main protagonist. Where Indy is pursuing answers just for the sake of curiosity, Gina has a personal stake in getting to the bottom of the core mystery.
Really, eh?
Gina is an investigative reporter who has a lot riding on this adventure. She's been tracking a lead for some time, and now
Is
she's
this
found an ally in this
Scott, the
determined
Uncharted
American
game that
professor.
Xbox needs?
Their paths are intertwined, and they'll need
When it
each
showed the
other in
locations
order
there,
to
that is
get
what
to
I
the
thought
bottom
of.
the
Right?
system.
Okay, then. Let's see if you can keep up.
Reminded me of the Thief's End when I was playing that.
What do you mean if I can keep up?
We always love our villains and think we might have found our favorite one yet in Emmerich Voss. He's this intensely psychological man. He's obsessed with the human mind and manipulating it.
He's highly intelligent and the perfect foil for Indy. They're both brilliant people, compelled by their passions and obsessions, but driven
You're
down
gonna get
wildly
grilled
different
by this
ways.
bad guy. I mean, as they're showing right
gets
there,
under your
but
skin like he gets under
that's
Indy's
something
skin.
Machine Games
It's
does that so
captivating.
well.
No, it's not. Me, anyways. Brad says this is not the Uncharted for
One of
Xbox.
our mottos for Indiana Jones and the Great
No.
Circle is adventure first.
That's
But
fair.
in every indie adventure,
Doesn't
there
need
are
to be,
always
right?
those
It
moments
needs to
where he
be
finds
indie,
himself
for
in
sure,
the
but-
action.
That's been one
Well,
of those
Uncharted does
balancing
seem
acts
very
for us, and
cinematic,
we've
right?
ended up
I
with
think it
this
might have
sort of
that same kind of
hybrid
feeling,
experience
but
that
Yeah.
mixes melee combat, stealth, and gunplay.
Man, it's
How
cool.
you approach
Melee,
any
stealth,
given
and gunplay
situation
sounds
is
like a
up
ton of
to
fun.
you.
We've seen the
You
same
may
parts
choose
over and
to
over again,
sneak
though, if
around
you
an
haven't
enemy
noticed.
patrol, or
Just
maybe
saying.
you'll
yeah, I've
just
seen
pick
the
up a shovel
similar.
and whack them
Oh,
on the
I didn't
Oh,
see
God.
that back tap there, but
And when you can't use your wits, you got Indy's most iconic tool. Just like you see in the movies, one of our goals has been to make the whip as fun and multi-purposed as possible. We want it integrated into every aspect of the game.
You can use it as a traversal tool to make your way around the environment.
yeah, I think we're gonna have to play some Phantom Abyss.
You can use it
shortly
as a
after this.
distraction.
Oh, it's a
And
sound.
yes,
See
you can
that?
absolutely use it in combat. Everything you'd expect from Indy's whip, and hopefully a little bit more.
Imagine that as a
Puzzles
stealth
are
breaker.
key feature
Crack a
in our game.
whip on the first
spirit of
target.
discovery
Oh,
is so important to Indiana Jones.
well, I lost the
Obviously,
audio again.
there are
too.
a handful of puzzles on
Really?
the main
I
path,
think Tomb
but
Raider
a lot of the
would've-
puzzles are optional and are just there for the players who
have
want to
been
experience them.
Added state
Epic
exclusive.
traps,
Oh, I can't
Yeah,
hear you now
small
either. Is my
secrets,
headset dead?
and hidden puzzles that blend
Oh,
right
yours?
in
Yeah,
with their
same, mine's going.
surroundings.
One thing I love about our game is
Just
the level of
blinking like a 3K.
interactivity that we have. We have this world of mystery where anything could potentially hide a secret. The more you
There,
look,
now I'm
the
back.
more you'll
All right.
discover.
I'm just getting some Bluetooth interference. I'm not sure how concerned I should be about that.
I don't know.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
I want to thank you all for joining us for our big reveal of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Machine Games is known for creating these roller coaster experiences with huge set pieces, surprising twists, and immersive narratives. It's exciting for us that we have been able to stay so true to the Indiana Jones franchise and create
it later
such an
this year.
authentic experience while still being able to showcase what makes us us. We are making a game for
I think you are. You
everyone,
have crept ahead of
whether
me
you
again
are
now.
very familiar with the franchise or not. Because at the heart of Indiana
No, I'm guessing.
Jones is an
That's just a straight up
incredible
guess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
No,
think
no. I haven't
that's
seen
how
anything.
You do appear to
everyone
be a
wants
bit
to
ahead
be.
of me, but still.
I'm also very excited to announce
Oh?
that Indiana Jones and the Great Circle will be coming later this
See,
year.
I told you.
Oh,
To share more soon.
called it. You know, I have to comment actually. You make these kind of predictions sometimes, and you're almost always correct.
Come on, man. No dates.
Usually you're like, we won't see this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There it is. Xbox Series X,
All right,
S,
if you're-
PC, and Game Pass. Are we done?
If you're not comfortable, if you're not confident putting a date on it, don't. We've learned that this year.
Well, I think that's
Or
what they're
last year,
doing,
rather.
right?
It's no good if you have to change it all over again. You know, I really thought they'd have something on there.
Yeah.
Right at the end.
Little scissor reel to outro the whole thing.
Could it take one?
Is it animals, children, and game developers?
Our mission here at Ninja Theory is to
May
craft
21st
life-changing art with
for Hellblade.
game-changing tech.
Core to the vision of Ara is our philosophy of rule how you want to rule.
Rule how you want to rule makes me think of Frostpunk.
Creating an immersive experience
Very
like
brutal
that
Punk
is
2
rooted
is
in the world
announced.
we build.
Sure. That usually mean delays. Not always.
You aren't just playing as Indy, you are Indiana Jones. My name is Masaru Oyamada. 今作はアクション RPG 聖剣伝説のアクション部分が強化されています。
Cool. Dude, that's cool. What are your thoughts overall, Scott?
Oh, I'm pretty happy with what we saw on Indiana Jones. That's got to be my highlight here.
Yeah. I was more sold
But
on
this-
Avowed now, too, from this.
Yeah, I didn't get too much more out of Avowed, I don't think. That's starting.
No?
I'm starting to get cold on it because it's been so long.
That's fair. Hellblade 2 looks cool. That's why I said I've seen so much of that. Visions of Mana, not really my thing. So
Yeah.
it's just the way it goes.
Ara looks to be. I'm really positive about Ara. Really
Yeah.
hopeful for that one.
Yeah,
It's
Ara
way too
does
early
look
to
cool.
see how anything works versus other games and stuff, but
No, that's cool. And then they're going to go into the new direct. But until then, everybody, we'll be back tomorrow with ITG Daily. Make sure you keep checking out our breakouts. And when you're there, hit that like button, share button, subscribe button. It's helped us a lot. We've seen a lot of people coming in. Yo, it is fantastic to see so many new people joining us. It's been an interesting year already, and it's only January. Scott, just got goosebumps, dude. But until tomorrow, I'm Drew. That's Scott.
And we'll see you inside the game.